Something very strange is happening in the UK today, and it has been all week. And you can see on my face the sun is shining. We've actually got some sunshine. How long that's going to last is another thing. Anyway, on with today's video. Today's video is a reflection on last week's video. Last week I did a video at this location for a battery test, and also noticed that there was a problem when I was trying to lower the drone. And I had a comment actually on that video from Drone 360 World. I'll read the comment out for you, and I'll put it up onto the screen. Just looked at the video and I see you're near a solar farm, which is actually behind me. Have a look at my video just after 12 minutes on how the solar farm affected my drone. Just a bit of warning. So I thought I'll come back to this location. I'll try and emulate what I did last week. So I'm just going to put the Mini 5 Pro up. I'm going to sit in my car for now and do exactly the same thing. I'm just going to fly it up and see if it will come down at the right speed. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly change locations and see if it does it in another location where I do some test flights as well. So without further ado, let's get the drone up in the air and we'll see exactly what happens. Let's do this. So as you can see, I've got the drone up in the air. It's only 44 feet, so I'm just going to take it up to about 100, 150 feet, something like that. We're actually in normal mode, as you can see on screen. There we go, 200 feet. Well, let's have a quick look around where we're at. And what I want to do is I want to just come straight back down and see exactly whether, you can see that's the solar farm that I spoke about a minute ago. So I'm just going to drop the drone down and see if it will come down at the correct speed today. So sticks fully down. I don't see a problem with that. That's absolutely fine. Strange, isn't it? Right, I'm just going to fly across and just see if anything actually happens when I fly across this solar farm. See if we get any glitches or twitches. Nothing's happening at the moment. So I'll spin it back round. We'll fly back over to where we was. I think I was actually in sports mode, to be honest with you, when I did this test before, when the drone wouldn't come back down at the right speed. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to flick into sports mode.
Sensing unavailable. Fly with caution.
Right, let's see how fast it comes down now. How bizarre is that? That's weird. So go back into normal mode. I'll just put the gimbal straight just to make sure that that's not causing any issues. It really ought to be coming down quicker than that. That's absolutely bonkers. So, have I got an issue with this Mini 5 Pro? Let's get it in the position that was at a moment ago. Somewhere around there. Let's go back a bit. Right, let's take it up. That's the right speed, about 13 miles per hour. Ascent speed 200. Okay, right, let's drop it back down again. Well, it's certainly coming down quicker than it was in sports mode. It's suddenly zoomed up there. I don't know whether you've noticed that. Right, come back into sports mode.
Sensing unavailable. Fly with caution.
That's about right. Yeah, just over 200 feet. 15 mile an hour. Right, let's lower it down again. It's absolutely bizarre. I have no idea why it seems to be doing this. But like I say, if it is that solar panel farm causing an issue, I'm just going to bring it back down, and I'm going to take off at the other location and see if there's any difference with that as well. Right, so I'll be back at the next location very shortly. So as you can see, we're out on a different location now. So I'm just going to pop the drone in the air.
Take off. Home points updated.
We'll get it up to a couple of 100 feet as it was. There we go, that'll do. It's just a short test. Right, let's full throttle down in normal mode. That's working absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever.
Obstacle sensing unavailable. Fly with caution.
Okay. Sports mode. Same thing. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. Right, so full throttle down. I'll take that. So, just back into normal mode once more. .30 miles an hour. And just to show you that the gain and expo settings in normal mode, as you can see, max ascent, max descent set at 13. It's on, they're on maximum 13.4 mile an hour, and in sports mode 22 up and 17.9 down. So we're not far off at that. So let's just have a quick look. Let's go up a tad more. Right, let's bring it down. Yeah, I can live with that. That's spot on. Just flick it once more into sports mode. Yep, 90 mile an hour. And we'll just try the descent speed. Yep, I can live with that. So the question is, was it the wind farm that was sorry, not the wind farm, the solar farm that was causing the problem? Right, let's get it landed. So, what do you think to that, guys? Is the solar farm causing an issue with the ascent speed and the descent speed, or is it just a glitch in that location? It certainly works fine over here, as you saw in that little test. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What do you think? Is it an issue? Is it the fact that we're getting interference in that location? Maybe you can let me know, as I say, down in the comments. So if you got any value out of the video today, don't forget, as always, give us the old thumbs up. And if you're new around here, why don't you consider subscribing, dinging the dong and all the rest of it that goes with it. I'm sure you know me by now. And you might like to watch those couple of videos I've chosen for you over there. And if you do, I shall see you over there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.